Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Huawei is unbanned. It finally happened. Against all the odds, Huawei has prevailed. After months of problems and issues and companies from US walking out on them, Huawei is finally resurrected. It really seemed like the end game for Huawei, but it's all good now as President of United States of America has lifted the trade ban. The US firm can now continue to do business with Huawei. According to the president's statement, US companies can sell their equipment to Huawei. We're talking about equipment where there's no national security problem with it. I've agreed to allow them to continue to sell the product so that American companies will continue. Now, why did this happen? Why a U-turn all of a sudden? Apparently, the decision is the result of discussion with Chinese president, which not only include the discussion for the ban, it also includes some other negotiations. So United States will stop pressuring allies into not purchasing Huawei 5G equipment. In addition to that, US has also agreed not to introduce new tariffs and other charges on the Chinese products. On the other hand, China has agreed to buy a tremendous amount of US agriculture products. We're going to give them a list of things we'd like them to buy as said by Donald Trump. All in all, Huawei is unbanned, but will they trust US? I mean, this whole situation has showed us what Huawei was really capable of. They are very close on finishing their own software, the ArkOS, which is based on non-Google version of Android. And many believe that Huawei's OS could replace Android. Huawei has developed something called Arc compiler as explained on XDA in full detail, which could make Android 60% faster than its current speed. To put it simply, compiler is a program that translates a code from one language to another. Android currently uses the ART Android runtime, which uses an interpreter that translates the code. With Huawei's ARC compiler, there is no need for an interpreter, meaning it's a first direct static compiler that can do direct translation of the code into the machine language, completely removing the need of having an interpreter, which Android currently uses. So the process becomes simpler, and basically this could improve Android fluency by 25% and also increasing the speed of apps opening by 60%. The ARC compiler is currently built to work with ARM chips and Android. As we already know, the Huawei ArkOS was supposed to be based on non-Google Android, but now since the ban is lifted, Huawei could actually collaborate with Google on this. They could implement their ARC compiler to Google's Android version that can benefit pretty much all Android devices who use ARM architecture and run Android. But the question is, should they trust US again? I mean, after what has happened, Huawei has to think smart here. Even though they can make their own Android version faster, they still need Google because of security and most importantly, software updates. It's been said by the CEO not long ago that Android and Microsoft OS are always been the main priority of software, and they would only use their own software when they are forced to, which they are not anymore, so they could still use Google's Android, which is a good news for everyone. I mean, if you have a Huawei phone or planning to buy one, go ahead, it's all good now. My excitement for the Mate 30 has returned. I mean, that phone is one of the best and the most anticipated phone of the year that is coming later down in 2019. So the ban is gone, and I think they're gonna use the Google Android version. No matter what they do, they will be surely working on perfecting their own OS behind the scenes, and when the time is right and when their software is perfect, they might replace their phone with their own software version. But from the looks of current situation, I think Huawei will stick to Google's Android. So that's all we have on the Huawei situation. If you have a Huawei phone, whether it's a mid-range phone, flagship phone, a phone that you are planning to buy, or phone that you have already owned for years, Google services, Google application, everything regarding to Google will still work, and your current phone will continue to get updates directly from Google. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think Huawei should do in this current situation? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.